What up, it's your boy T-Bo the Reaction. So about to do this video from D Conway. So not too long ago I did a reaction to his video about black sitcoms where his father's good, father that he felt was bad, and one is underrated. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with the other type of TV shows, the white ones as well too. You know, I think it's got fish to do with his other white movies that we love that he hates. So we're gonna do this one right here. So we're gonna find out what's some of these well-known TV shows that are good too, that he thinks good, he thinks bad, and he thinks underrated. Hope none of the three in there are in the bads, because you know I didn't watch Roseanne like that, but Mama Family is a classic, and you know I was a big fanboy. Where I hope it's not in there, and it's bad. I hope it's in the good or the underrated. Either way, without further ado, let's check it out.
I did black TV shows. Now I want to take a look at white TV shows. And I want to note that when black people watch white TV shows, we are used to having to find a way to relate. Mostly because the number of black sitcoms has tended to fluctuate in every generation. I'm D.D. Conway, and here's my personal top 5 list of white TV shows that I like, 5 that I don't, and 1 underrated.
I'm smoking grits and selling chickens, call that painted living. It's Gucci. Lemons on the chain with the V cuts. Lemons on the chain.
Here's top 5. So we got the
Coming
goods.
in at number 5, Saved by the Bell. Nothing is more 90s than that theme song.
When I wake up in the morning,
Yes.
I don't think I'll ever make it on time.
Saved by the Bell made my list because they made Saturday mornings feel like an escape from
Facts.
everyday pressure.
Facts.
You'll laugh your head off.
Yes.
Because Saturday mornings are a scream with the kids from Saved by the Bell.
It's showtime.
Next.
Of course, it's me, so y'all know I love a show that touches on real life. But make sure to never take itself extremely serious. Plus, I used to love to see that this motherfucker, Zach, what he would get into.
Yup.
All just has to make you, punk.
Oh, yeah, the advice. Woohoo! They was scrapping. Woo!
Man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
No lie. Yo, Zach had Slater's number in that fight though. You know, everybody knows Slater was the athlete, but Zach had him a little bit.
He was always on bullshit till he learned from it. Shit can make you feel like a kid again. And this was when TV shows or TV teenagers weren't full of doing hard drugs, cutting themselves, and being fucking depressed.
We have died and gone to babe
He might not be a fan of Degrassi then. Ooh.
heaven.
Yeah, let's sample some of the afterlife.
Let's do it.
They dealt with real shit.
R.I.P. Dustin Diamond.
But they
by the way.
also didn't forget the innocence of being a kid.
Right. Did this stuff for a reason.
Coming in at number 4, Boy Meets World.
Yes!
Make me wet.
That's what she said.
Hey,
Boy
yo!
Meets World will forever be GOAT.
Yes.
It's not up for debate.
Yes.
And whoever doesn't like it, I got one thing to say.
Your mom's a hoe.
Yo!
Call her Honisha. But Boy Meets World made
Yes.
this list because it screams 90s and it's full of nostalgia.
Yes.
It most certainly is one of the best sitcoms of all time.
Facts. Yep. I'm interested that he got the first cast on there though as well too, because a lot of people don't, because that's like the most least like favorite about a lot of people. I like the first season as well too, because like it was definitely the Disney feel, but the later on definitely gave like the older fans feel as well too, where they. Like, if you grew up, you literally grew up with Boy Meets World. To be honest, if you watched through the years, and you was a kid when the first season came out, preteen, whatever, when the second one, and so on and so on. So yeah,
Ooh, that was a new one.
I loved it because you got to see a teenager deal with some real shit that at that point everyone didn't want to discuss. Like the effects of a parent that was a drunk or a mother that wasn't there.
shout out to Sean.
Did you kiss your mom this morning?
Uh-huh.
Good, because it's going to have to last you for a while.
What do you mean?
Your mother, she took off.
Boy Meets World was a great
Sean
hard-hitting
went
show
through a lot.
that tend to show everyone not always getting it right. From Corey doing shit to his pops even blaming Sean for them drinking
Yeah.
and being dead ass wrong about it.
Right.
And letting his true feelings about how he felt about Sean come out.
Right.
Corey, this isn't you.
No, of course it isn't. Somebody influenced him, didn't someone?
Yeah.
Well, I went up to your liquor cabinet, and I took a bottle of whiskey. And I made Sean drink.
Boy Meets World showed us a view on life that
that's-
people don't.
That too, man. And then I feel like that would kind of drew Sean to keep drinking that episode too. That was a good that episode was a good episode. That and the second time he got drunk, and Allie yelled at him. He told him to yell him like he told his kids. I like how Allie yelled at him. You want a beer, Sean? Why don't you go over there and get one? See how much of a love in your arm you get back. Yeah.
Always get it right. Even the parents.
Yes.
But they always had leaders to give them knowledge
Phoenix.
and wisdom to learn from.
If you let people's perception of you dictate
Dude,
your
man.
behavior, you will never grow as a person.
And also Topanga.
The best. They did whatever it is to keep that man on this show no matter what. When Sean and Corey, when Corey and Sean graduated high school, you know, interesting how they had 7th grade and then being high school. They made him the principal and he became a teacher. Then when he went off to college, they found a way to bring him in because they was going to have him retire, and then they brought him in by first making him a student to him getting hired as a professor. They did everything they could to keep that man on the show because he was needed for real, man, no matter what. And that's actually the best thing I've ever seen in a TV show right there. When you have to when you have a character that you love so much, you have to find the best way to keep him on there no matter what. They did that with Feeney, and that was props right there as well too. Shout out to what is it, William Daniels, I think his name, William Daniels. Mr. Feeney, I forgot what his real name is. Yeah, William Daniels. Yo, shout out to them, man too. It's gonna be a heartbreak if you know he's up there. Like he's 97, man. It's gonna be a heartbreak though. And fun fact, the one that played the professor, the dean at the school that he ended up marrying, that's his real life wife. I think. Yep, I think that's his real life wife. Let me see, Bonnie Bart. Yes, that's his real life wife. So yeah.
That was many young boys across the nation's sole reason for watching this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't blame you.
Coming
in at number 3.
I kind of talked over the last part. Whoa, okay.
Parents, but leaders to give them and wisdom to learn from.
If you let people's perception of you
Ooh.
dictate your behavior, you will never grow as a person.
And also Topanga.
Topanga.
That was many young boys across the nation's sole reason for watching this motherfucker.
Man.
And I don't blame you.
Man. The shoot Cupid when she got older, oh man, and she had and then she didn't get all slim like the rest. She got the curves and during like the college year. Oh yes, and she had them lovely Topanga. Whew, she definitely the nice crush back in the day.
Coming in at number 3.
But yes,
Full House. And growing up in
I say that's funny because you know he put Fan as the ones he didn't like because he felt like it was a black Full House. I was surprised that he likes Full House. So that's pretty awesome to hear that.
someone that lived in the Bible Belt, specifically the heart of Kojic, Church of God in Christ, Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay.
My parents, I won't say they had a limit on what I could watch, but as long as it wasn't too out of pocket, they tend to let me watch anything I wanted. However, Full House was damn near fully free of shit you wouldn't want your kid watching at all.
Uh-oh.
And that's why it was great.
What do you say, little mama?
No, thank you, Big Daddy.
It was a great show, yes.
I just used to find it interesting to watch this show, and it barely had any cursing in it, if any. Yet it kept me glued to the TV to see the interesting dynamic.
It was definitely, if you could say, if you have like shows that was like the most wholesome of all time, it's definitely had to be that one. They had some issues, like any other body. They still had some issues like any other body as well too, but it definitely was the most wholesome TV show of all time. Bob Saget is definitely one of the late great Bob Saget though, as Danny Tan was definitely one of the top TV dads of all time for sure, yo, for real, man. And the way he does it is hilarious and funny, but you didn't want to piss him off, so yeah.
That the show's characters had amongst family.
He's shit everywhere!
A good wholesome show. It helped that the actors
what's
had
that song?
such good chemistry. A lot of times watching, I used to feel like they were an actual family in real life.
Talk on the phone, do my homework, or entertain my friends without...
DJ.
Ridiculous! I do not!
Let's hear what DJ has to say, and then you'll get your chance to interrupt.
Full House was also one of the first shows that made me feel like every show don't need diversity, bro.
Right.
In the name
That
of
was
YJ.
yeah, that was true. You got a point there. You got a point. And the thing about it, you didn't feel no type of way that it didn't have diversity. It fit. Like that's something that I never thought about it. Yeah, it had some black characters here and there. Like the closest they had diversity was Michelle's friends, Teddy and anyway, well, pretty much Taj Mowry and Jerry Smollett, Denise. Yeah, Teddy and Denise. Teddy played by Taj Mowry, and Denise played by Jerry Smollett. But still, that's like the very little. Other than that, it wasn't like they try to have somebody date a black girl. They had interracial dating. They had like black friends here and there, but it was like no interracial dating, none of that though. Not to guess it, because I'm all for it though. But like something to think about. And then the thing about folks didn't get offended about it, because a lot of people these days get offended about the lack of diversity in shows like that. It wasn't like that with Full House. We enjoyed the way it was, and it was great.
When we talk about perspective, sometimes a person can write a show like this off their life or perspective, and in that life and perspective, it may not include the next race. There are black people that have never interacted with many white people, if any white people at all, and there are plenty of white people on this earth that have never actually even seen a black person apart from what they see on TV.
Right.
In real life. So a show like Full House kind of taught me that it's not far-fetched to watch a show and it really be nobody other than white people on there. With a show like Full House and a dynamic like Full House, I just wouldn't expect certain shows to have that next race in there and be some type of token black person, which eventually they did. However, it still helped me understand, like, okay, everybody's life don't involve the next race. And that's not that it's racist or anything. That's just reality. A lot of the people you interact with may be of your race. A lot of people that the next person interact with may be of a different race. Like, that's just real world reality. Coming in at number 2, Roseanne.
Okay, yep.
Long before racist tweets,
we ain't done
Roseanne's
yet.
sitcom in the 90s was and still is one that I'll love for forever.
What else is new?
Shut up! This is why some animals eat their young.
Roseanne was a working class mom
Yeah.
with a sassy...
Here's the thing. To be honest, I never really got to Roseanne like that, but I understand why folks did like it though, because compared to other white sitcom, it was one of the rare, other than Married with Children, of course. It was one of the rare ones that was white, that was blue collar. It was like in a way blue collar hours though too. They live in a trailer park, like really a trailer, I think. Either way, you never saw that. It was very rare you see that with white sitcoms. So that was, I think this was first. Yeah, this or let me see. Hold on, I could be wrong. I think Married with Children came out first. It came out in '87, I think. Let me see. Roseanne started in '88, and Married with Children started in '87. That's what That's why I say because but Married with Children wasn't family friendly though. It was adult. It was during the time when Fox was late night Fox. So yeah.
This is why some animals eat their young.
Roseanne was a working class mom
with
a sassy attitude dealing with everyday life. That's what made it relatable. Couple that with its gritty attitude, and John Goodman is one of the greatest TV dads of all time.
Underrated. He's underrated.
Just this once.
For from the scenes I've seen, he's under. Oh yeah, we just beat the dude up, yo. Spit.
Roseanne was
Spot
just
my man
full
whole
of
rap.
real life relatable shit.
No big deal. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
And Becky.
He hit you. It's not like he forgot your birthday.
We had an argument this afternoon, and he pushed me a couple times. Not Fisher's fault.
Oh, that's what. Oh yeah, that's why she thought that's the dude that hit Aunt Becky. That's why he did it. Hold up, my bad. Hold on.
Where most shows would shove
You. It's not like he forgot your birthday.
We had an argument this afternoon, and he pushed me a couple times. Not Fisher's fault.
where most shows would shove unrealistic upper class situations in your face, Roseanne took the opportunity to
Facts.
shove things like paying bills, burning the meatloaf, and plop it down on the couch after feeling burnt out in your face. Real life relatable things. I also feel like I could see my parents in both Dan and Roseanne.
There will be no looks across the room. There will be no touchy-feely. There will be no hanky-panky.
Dang, stinky pinky.
Although they did handle things differently. Roseanne and Dan used to make me feel like a lot of times they were those parents that would whoop ass, but obviously it's a TV show, so they can't actually whoop their ass on.
They could have.
It's like you kind of knew without knowing.
They could have.
However, I saw my parents in them, and it was just a show that I loved. All my no cable babies that had a few channels to watch will feel me on this one. Coming in at number 1, Mama's Family.
All right, so pretty much the ones, so just like the last one, the ones he had picture was the other, the one he had picture I think was underrated, but still, yeah. But all the ones he had picture are the good ones. So this gonna be interesting to see what it. But this time he got all the ones pictured as the good. So it's gonna be interesting to see which ones gonna be the trash ones and the underrated. So let's get it. So yeah. Underrated. I heard this was an underrated show as well too, and also for those who don't know, this also kind of like was kind of also was another upstart for some of your favorites from the Golden Girls as well too.
You could look up disgusting in the dictionary, and there'd be a picture of this.
Nasty bitch. And she another one just like Sophia, who wasn't really old at the time. She's way younger than the lady that played Sophia. Shout out to. I can't think her name is, but she was, because this was based off a character she did on the Carib on that show.
It was easy to resonate with Mama's Family. She was an old lady that didn't take a lot of shit and told it like it was.
Husband his evening kiss. Part of my wifely duty.
Have you ever noticed how none of your wifely duties can be performed standing up?
Got your ass. She was the white Madea.
Yep.
And
I
as a
was about
kid-
to say that. I was about to say it. She was Medea before Medea. Yup. I was about to say it because some of the episodes I watched, I'm like, yeah. And my mom said, I think, because my mom used to watch this faithfully, she said that she was Medea before Medea. Facts.
Time kind of putting that together and realizing like, damn, she get on everyone's ass just like the one in my family do. Overall, Mama's Family was a staple in my childhood and is a great comfort show.
All right. Who boy, the shows, TV shows I don't like and why? Oh boy. Now he's telling the ones that he did like, and all that was in the cover. So, and majority of them was the ones I fucks with as well too. Almost just about all of them. Like I said, I didn't watch Roseanne like that, but the Signs a few times it was enjoyable. And Mama Family, a few times watching my mom. Yeah, I definitely got the Medea reference though. But here we go. You already know it's gonna be.
Now we get to the shows that I didn't like.
Uh-oh.
Coming in at number 5, and it may not be considered, I guess, a TV show per se.
Uh-oh.
But it's more of a sketch show. I'm still adding it to this list. Saturday Night Live.
Damn! Damn! Okay. Here's the thing. It's definitely selective. It depends on the cast and wherever you watched it. But I can understand why he didn't like it. Damn.
From New York, it's Saturday night!
Saturday Night Live had content that I loved. And I used to just watch feeling like everyone was trying their hardest to make the next break character.
Good day to you both.
What the hell was that?
We misplaced your baby.
Yup.
You deal with people like Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
You deal with people like Will Ferrell.
Oh, man.
And some of the funny sketches that came with watching this show, it will forever be legendary.
Yup.
We got friggin' Federico Fellini.
What a class. Just to think about it, though. No matter what class it is, to think about the stars that came from this show through the years, yo. Just think about that. Since the beginning. Even the down period era, they still brought some stars.
I think that SNL was also a show that helped me learn humor better. Especially being someone that moved from one area to the suburbs. I mean, man, the way we joke as black people is totally different than white people. It tends to be the same sometimes, but just the way we joke culturally is different. And I think Saturday Night Live was one of those shows that kind of helped me understand that better. Just watching myself.
Look at that class.
However, I think what went from a joyous good time eventually went down the drain after people like Jimmy Fallon eventually left. Yes, they may have had some good seasons, but I don't think any of the seasons that they've had in recent years tops anything that they did in the past.
It's all right. I figured that. So yeah, he did redeem. So yeah, because like I said, the latest season is like hit and miss as well too. But the earlier ones, it's brought some stars. I mean, even like the one that Damon Wayne was part of, it was like one of like the least favorite was down as the down period because I think at the time that brought some stars too.
Herb. Herb. Herb.
You fast forward to today, and it just feels like a show full of corny ass jokes, as well as full of pandering moments.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
This next one may be a little different. Coming in at number 4, Orange is the New Black.
Okay, I can see that. I said another one. This is because I had my reason for this. At the time, I didn't have Netflix when I was like not trying to get into streaming yet until the Voltron 1 came on. That's when the show came on. That's why I started to do the trial, and then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I get it. But at the time, I didn't get into it because I was already past the season, and you know I came to go on the streaming. I still wasn't into binging yet, so I wasn't doing it. And so I didn't really get into Orange is the New Black. I knew people from there, but I didn't really get into it, though. I was shocked to find out people who wasn't in later on down the line. But let's see. But he might have saved me from this. Let's see why he say he don't like the show.
Spread your cheeks and cough.
All right, motherfucker. Let's get it on.
This show had everything, and at the time, it was out of the box and out of the norm from what I'd usually be watching. Every character had great personalities, and everything flowed smoothly. However, Poussey...
Pussy. My name is Poussey.
Yep.
Accent a droite, bitch.
However you say her name. Once that character died, that
Yeah.
was the beginning of the end for me.
Yeah.
As well as...
A lot of people said that too. I saw that scene too. Like I saw clips of that scene. When that episode happened, oh, that scene was heartbreaking. Oh yeah. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. I heard a lot of people said that shit. Yeah.
Totally taking the character of Piper and turning her into an utter piece of shit. Like, it just felt like the direction of the show went downhill, and I stopped watching.
All right.
Coming in at number 3, Seinfeld.
I can get it. Yep.
Please. Seinfeld, you made a reservation for a mid-size, and she's a small...
Oh, I got a feeling though. Since this year, I got a feeling those gonna be either 2 or possibly 1, and I got a feeling it's gonna be number 1. I got a feeling it's gonna be number 1.
Oh.
I believe strongly that Seinfeld was about nothing, and I believe situational comedy is not for everyone.
That's pretty much what it was.
You can add this to the list of shows that once they came on, I knew it was time to take my black ass to sleep.
Yup. Yup.
However,
Facts. It was. It literally was. It literally was. I mean, it was something else come on before that. It was Seinfeld come on. I was like, oh, time to go to bed. Put on some cartoon network and go to bed. Yup. Hold on a second. I wipe my nose. We got one through there for y'all, but that's facts. Yeah, I'm back. If that ain't hardcore facts right there, I remember it was literally that for me too. Hold on, did it get it? All right. Because I forget when I gotta click on what I'm clicking on before I put it on spacebar. So yeah, I fucked up my videos.
It was one of the few shows that I chose to give a chance to from time to time, and I watched enough to understand that the jokes were slow. And many times I watched, it felt like this was probably more relatable to somebody that lived in New York.
Yeah.
I also knew the style of comedy just wasn't my style. I like the more outlandish and physical comedy. And a lot of the times the jokes and even the setup just didn't hit for me. Also, I like storyline and structure in the show. There was no real storyline and these characters experienced no real character growth. They all tended to have questionable behavior, and I get it, bro. If that's your style of comedy, that's for you. But I kind of felt like Seinfeld wasn't what people made it out to be.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
I also think the overexposure to this helped with my dislike. When you are being continuously exposed to something that you don't find funny, you can create a dislike with it. I just didn't think it was the show that everyone made it out to be, but Seinfeld will always have my utmost respect.
Fucker.
You're saying I'm a nigger.
Yes, you are the niggerest fucking white man.
I don't think he could do that.
Oh,
what?
I don't think he has those
there's only
qualities.
two.
But oh shit. But yeah, but Seinfeld do get his respect for a lot of folks as well too. You know what I mean? He like our people. I mean, he's roommate with a black guy, George Wallace. I think he's still roommates, and he's collabed with Wale. Like, come on, man, you gotta respect that.
Coming in at number 2, The Walking Dead. And before y'all get on,
I can kind of see that because it's like this. Don't ever miss an episode. You do that, you ain't gonna want to return back to it. I did that with the late season, and I gave up completely. And I kind of see why folks started giving up a little before that, though. So, first off, this is at number 2. What I think of is possibly number 1. What I'm thinking of is possibly number 1. Oh boy. But yeah.
My ass. Everything season 7 and before.
Yup.
Was gold.
Pretty much what everybody said.
8, after that, we end up going down this repetitive journey of the same pattern. And when you come into situations, y'all always have some wildly unrealistic bullshit happen.
Yeah. I was like, am I ready to watch this Stormtrooper bullshit going on? I was like, I was questioning that while I'm seeing it from outside. This Stormtrooper looking shit that was getting a little suspect. I would say the Whisperers, I think they called and it's called the Whisperers. I think the word the Alpha was part of. I remember that was an interesting and fucked up season though. Yeah, that was a fucked up season as well too. Especially the Pike. Oh yeah, that was fucked up. But other than that, yeah, the time. No, the Whisper was part of the time jump. Other than that, going for after that is like, and then after Rick supposedly died, and he didn't. It definitely like. No, that was the Whisperer. Shit, that was afterwards Whisperer. Yeah, after that Whisperer one, it was like kind of hard to like top that because where he's going through later on, it did look a little suspect. Wasn't sure I was into it. So yeah, I get it. And one thing I always like to say about The Walking Dead is that they do not like kids/teens and doctors. That's all I'm gonna say. If FTK was a show, definitely was this. If Fuck Them Doctors was a show, it's definitely this as well too. But let's keep going.
How? Fuck that. It's on so many times I can take stupid shit like this happening. Then you got these evolving ass zombies.
They're climbing the wall.
That motherfucker dead, decayed, and look like a walking turd. Gee, explain to me how this Michael Jackson Thriller looking ass nigga can climb up this bitch without his shit breaking.
Right! That bitch up! Right!
Couple that with these weak ass spinoffs. I feel The Walking Dead is an example of focusing too much on source material and not writing it in a way that would be more entertaining for the viewers of the show. I know and I understand it's a comic. Before y'all get on my ass about that, I understand that they are following the comic.
Yes.
But I believe that sometimes when it came to certain events, like Glenn's death, certain things could have been rewritten so you don't lose over 3 million followers in one setting. And they never really recovered from that.
Yep.
That's facts. Go look that up. Also,
It is facts, because if you think about this, it was shocking, but it was like, reason why folks were still shocked that he got killed, because some of the kills that happened before that happened to other characters. For starters, you remember when the one doctor girl got the arrow through her eye? That was supposed to happen to Abe. And there was nothing that before that was supposed to happen to somebody else. And another thing, the baby Judy was supposed to die. Because when that jail cell thing, when they invaded jail, Judy died the day of because somebody fell on her or something like that, some shit like that. Michonne's doesn't happen. It was the other girl that was like the badass was ended up being the one with Rick and Oswald too. So that's why a lot of folks were still shocked that Glenn got killed. Even though it happened in the comics, is because they thought when it happened to Abe, they think, oh, Abe's gonna be the one this time instead. And then he said, then Daryl, who's supposed to be like a non-canon for the comic, strikes Negan so they can make the canon incident happen with Glenn. So yeah, that's the other thing about it. So I think that's why he said that, because they could have kept it as just Abe, like they've been doing before, like change up the narrative of who get killed, who's ever, and then have some of the non-canon folks in there. Yeah, and even that's why the Pike one was a little heartbreaking, because it wasn't because not all the deaths was canon. Because instead of Henry, it was supposed to be Ezekiel. Instead of Tara, it was supposed to be Enid. And it was Enid. What's the Latin girl name? Rosita. It was supposed to be Rosita. But other than that, though, yeah, that's why he said what he said about that. They went too much of the source material going down the line. Some it's cool to do it once here and there to keep the story going, like with Negan and all that. But at the same time, like, you can twist and turn little things to entertain fans, and that's why I was happy about It Chapter 2. Not going along with the book and the original, and keeping the black guy character Mike going on, because what's his guy from the old Spike? You really know that's the old Spike guy that plays him, was doing a good ass job. It would have killed. It would, Syed Mustafa. He was doing a good job as older Mike. So I'm glad they didn't do what they did, because on the original one, Mike get stabbed by Henry Bowers and everything, and he's out for the rest of the movie, but he survives. But they kept Mike on the Chapter 2 remake. I'm glad they did, because Isaiah Mustafa was doing a good ass job as Mike, man. He's doing a good ass job. Oh, I'll call him Old Spec guy. He's doing a good ass job. So anyway, I know I made this video longer than it's supposed to be. I apologize, because I like to throw my own discussion and stuff like this. So yeah, let's keep going.
I think Glenn's death was the downfall of the show.
It was.
And kind of what made me get ready to stop watching.
I think, and the thing about it did that for a lot of folks. I think because Glenn was a beloved character. Like, he was a beloved character. Like, I get, we dealt with the assholes who did read the comments. Like, he's saying, yes, don't get no ass. That was like, oh, but he's supposed to, like, we get that. But still, they didn't have to do it. They could have kept what they've been doing before that, would change up the depths. But they decided to kill off Glenn, and that killed it, because Glenn was so beloved and everything. And then you had Maggie going away for a while and everything. Well, it was some shit behind the scenes with the actress, but still, and all that. So yeah. Other than that, when you take away a beloved character either out of the series or even out of a movie, it's gonna kind of kill the mood. And that kind of killed the movie. You know, like I said, it was comic related, but it could have kept it just as Abe. That's it. Nothing more. But let's keep going.
And to bag things back up, they also would get characters like Everybody Hates Chris ass nigga and totally fuck up the potential of possibly being a good character.
Right!
His decisions with Glenn and other decisions ultimately made me kind of just...
Right!
Go from tuning in every time it dropped to finding myself regressing and just dropping more days. So I'll go from tuning in to when it dropped to, okay, it came on, I'll watch it tomorrow.
Right.
To gradually more and more days being associated with not watching it.
Yep.
To the point where I just watched it whenever I could. Or it's like, damn, that shit still come on.
Yeah, I gave up. I gave up the same way I gave up. But yeah, that was a bad too. I got a feeling it's gonna be one. I could be wrong, but I got a feeling it's gonna be number one.
And then number one on this list is one of the most overrated shows of all time. Friends.
I knew it! Yo, I knew it! The reason why I knew it, I saw Seinfeld and then I'm like, oh yeah, if Seinfeld in here, you know it's gonna be in there. Cause everybody, it's a serious meme out there about everybody talking about you go see Friends and everything, and then when folks or mom people see Friends, it's a distasteful look or a whatever look. One of them being used with Tyler Creator face on this is like, yeah, yes, overrated, and there's words that they copy from Living Singles too. So you might mention that as well too. But yes, as soon as I saw Seinfeld in this list, I'm like, yep, this gotta be number 1 or 2. And I saw him walk with number 2, I'm like, yep, definitely gotta be number 1.
Ate my sandwich.
I was hoping it's number 1 too.
Changing the channel every time this came on. Simply put, why would I watch this shit when I can just watch Living Singles?
I knew it. I knew it. Yo, I never thought about that they copy. I never thought about it copy. I thought they came out at the same time. I did not think they copied that show. And a lot of folks said it to this day that they did. Pretty much. I guess because I never paid attention to Friends, I never realized it was a copy. It's just the only reason it threw me off because it was 3 guys and 3 girls. I don't know if I said that right. Yeah, 3 guys, 3 girls.
Eggplant.
This was like only many girls,
bitch.
Many girls and then 2 guys.
As a kid, I didn't understand Friends, and I thought that shit was boring as hell. And I already felt like Living Single was the black version, but in all reality, it was really reversed. Friends indeed is an original and stole its whole basis from Living Single. Although we know that now, for me, it was one of those moments like I can't just quite put my finger on it. But it just felt like a mystery as why, okay, this show matches up with this show, but this show just black. You get older and you find out it was stolen from them, so it makes a lot of sense. When I heard the theme song, I knew it was time to what? Say it with me.
Cut that bitch off!
I never found it entertaining. And I felt it was just pointless because we already had the original. The jokes, corny. The laugh track, they gonna keep that bitch on all day, even when the joke over. Laugh track your ass to death. History has shown that black people have had many ideas stolen from them and presented by a white person as though they did it. And I think Friends is a perfect example of that.
Message! Alright, who's gonna be the underrated one?
Coming in at number 1 on this underrated list, Third Rock from the Sun.
Ooh,
What's to understand?
A lot of people talks about this. I can see that a lot of people, look at my people, love this show. Yes.
And kill her and get a new one.
No. You can't do that. See, you gotta get a new one, and then you kill her.
Third Rock from the Sun is one of the most extremely underrated sitcoms of all time. Great jokes, great acting, and great storylines from episode to episode, and great physical comedy.
I can't see through my eyelids.
Open them.
Oh, they're manual.
I put this show in because I haven't seen anyone talk about it in years.
They
And it was a show that was way
it's
different
still-
from anything
I
I
heard
was
talk about
watching at the
not even
time,
years, though.
especially being that it was about a group of aliens disguised as humans, reporting shit back to the third planet from the sun. I enjoyed being able to stay up and watch this in its prime. It was a storyline that I wasn't used to, and it helped that John Lithgow, I think that's how you say his name, helped that his ass was in it.
Yeah.
However,
He's
every
underrated.
actor held their own and
He's-
played their roles
he's
so
definitely
well
underrated.
that as a young kid, I just used to watch this, and it made me follow each one of their careers afterwards. And that's something
Especially Joseph Gordon-Levitt for sure though. I didn't really want. I know Lithgow for before than after as well too. And Joseph Jordan Gordon-Levitt, I hope I said his name right, has been doing his thing. The only thing I see the sister on was The Moms, because my wife and my mom-in-law watched this faithfully. I haven't seen the guy name stuff like that. He probably is one stuff that just don't recognize him, and I feel like I see the lady on stuff, the lady on stuff too, but still.
I always remember.
But yeah, this was a good list, right? This was definitely a good list. He definitely hit the nail cover with the best shows, which is good as well too. He hit the nail cover on the shows bad. Saturday Night Live, like I said, it was beginning, then it started going downhill. Orange is the New Black, I really not got into it like that because I think I got Netflix like 1, and then 2, I was in the binging, but the clips and scenes I heard about and saw, and he was right. I heard a lot of people say that when Pouze died, it was a wrap. And then Seinfeld, I'm like, when I saw Seinfeld, I'm like, yup. And I'm like, if this on here, you know what's going to be on there. I was surprised he Walking Dead number 2, but I understand why he did it, because it did went downhill since 7. And yes, this definitely deserves to be number 1 in shows that's already, because like I said, it was definitely time to turn the TV off, and the stuff was dry, and come to figure out that it's pretty much still the idea from Living Single. To hear that, it was like, fuck me, even worse. So yeah, and Third Round Sun, like I said, definitely is underrated, because like I said, I heard people talk about it, and like I said, I did hear people stop talking about it. Other than that, though, I made this video longer than it's supposed to be. It should have, but either way, I like to throw my own discussion with stuff like this. If you like my reaction and discussion, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.